What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. Today we are going to talk about the Krig 6 once more, but these are going to be closing thoughts since I've already unlocked Diamond Camo. In fact, I unlocked it last week, but haven't really had the chance to make that type of video. I've been focusing on just the blueprints and just other things. But yeah, a lot's going to be happening. I'm still preparing for like Modern Warfare 2, so yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get as much COD mobile content out as I can before the campaign mode comes out, because keep in mind I will be having I guess gameplays, or I guess let's plays of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign since it comes out Thursday night. So I ended up unlocking this the same night as the Battle Pass came out, and me and my friend decided to just finish this off before we started zombies. Keep in mind, this was a very, very long grind. Obviously, because it's an assault rifle, it requires you to get 150 games with 10 kills. It could have been shorter, but I was helping out a person. I don't know why I did, but apparently I was helping them get through it a lot quicker. So I guess I decided why not. The funny thing is that, like, my friend Parker had the same idea, and I said no because I thought maybe we would make a mistake where, you know, we get 10 kills and then we end up finishing the game before the other person gets 10 kills. So I declined him, but then I accepted the other person. We did have a laugh about it. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I was like an hour behind him. He finished like way before I did. So now really quickly, let's just go over the closing thoughts with the Krig 6. So there is a lot of mixed opinions with it, specifically when it comes to the aim shake as well as the iron sight. For me personally, at least when it comes to the normal weapon, I know the Krig 6 Mythic is going to have a red dot when I get it. For the time being, I'm using a red dot sight because, trust me, it's almost unusable with an iron sight. Even if you do get that blueprint at the end of the battle pass that kind of opens up the iron sight just a little bit, it's still really not enough. Hats off go to every other player that actually decides to run with the iron sight. You guys have the biggest ball sack I know. This gun in particular threw a lot of people off guard because they originally thought that it was going to be extremely overpowered since it had very good 3-shot capability. But well, this all happened because we saw the Chinese server, you know, leaking out videos of it and showing the damage values. And even when a pro player was kind of like giving their description on the weapon, yeah, it looked extremely overpowered. And yes, he's a pro player. Like, literally, he's a touch player that literally locks on to people like it's nothing. So yeah, obviously he's going to make it look overpowered. I even thought so myself, but we were kind of all wrong. It's not as great as we thought it was going to be. If anything, this assault rifle is average at best, given the standard that we have now for assault rifles. I mean, most of them can pretty much compete with the Krig 6. I think what kind of destroys this weapon's capabilities is the recoil. So yes, the recoil is pretty massive, at least when it comes to vertical. That's why I decided to go with an infantry compensator. I think that's what it's called. And like the bullet speed also might have a factor, or it might play a role in as to why it's not as great as other assault rifles, because the bullet speed for this one does matter more than you think. It's not like where the M13 where kind of almost feels like hit scan. This one's actually kind of slow, and really there's not a lot of attachments that can increase the bullet speed by a lot. The one that I could only think of is the extended barrel, and that one increases it by 50%. That's the highest it goes. As for the other barrels like the Task Force, it goes up to 30 or 20% depending on which one you choose. So yes, bullet speed does play a huge role in making this weapon good. For me personally, it's like, I don't know, it's like a mix of both horizontal and vertical recoil. So that's why I kind of chose the infantry compensator and not to go for the Task Force barrel. I know my friend decided to do that, but it's like, I mean, it's 10% extra bullet speed compared to the reinforced heavy where it's only 20%. So I don't really think it was going to make much of a difference. And even now, I'm enjoying the weapon as it is. Given that the current nodes right now is search and destroy, and I was playing earlier with my friends, I mean, it was I had like no real issue using this. If anything, it felt like a laser. But again, I understand why a lot of people have mixed opinions. Depending on what they use, what their input is. Yes, if you're using controller, obviously it's going to be a little easier, but you know, you never know how touch deals with it. And from what I've seen, I've heard a lot of negative things about the Krig 6. I see a lot of people focusing more on the Holger or any other stuff that got buffed. But for like controller players, yes, the Krig 6 is definitely not a problem, especially if you have been playing controller on this game for years at this point. So yeah, one thing I do need to kind of like get clear is that sometimes I do tend to speak on a controller person's a controller player's perspective, because yes, some weapons may not be good with touch, but they can be really, really good with controller. I mean, SKS, dude, we are pinpoint accurate if you know what you're doing. So I did end up making adjustments for the class setup. So like I said, I'm using reinforced heavy, infantry compensator, fast extended mag B, firm grip tape, and the classic red dot sight. So yes, the red dot sight's not going to last long in this class setup since I will be getting the mythic. Keep that in mind, by the way. I think that's going to be like one of the last videos I make on COD Mobile for a bit, since, you know, I'll make a whole video about that, don't worry. But yeah, anyways, that's the class up that I currently have for the Krig 6, and it's really useful, trust me. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.